Welcome back to Studio F, where I'm Fast on Willy B. We'll review I Know What You Did Last Summer as we get ready for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Russell!
Welcome back to Fast on Willy B. I'm Willy B. I've got Rosie with me. How are we doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing well. So today we are getting ready for the remake, or it's, I guess, a sequel because we got the cast back.
All
Of I
right.
Know What You Did Last Summer, and we'll review the 1997 version of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Director-wise, we got Mr. Gillespie, who I didn't really recognize any other movies he did.
all right.
Cast-wise, though, we got some recognizable faces. We got Jennifer Love Hewitt, which you are a big fan of Ghost Whisperers, aren't you? Oh,
Ghost Whispers?
what's it called with her in it? Is that what it's called? Oh, I thought you were a big fan of that. What's the ghost show you like?
I don't
Oh, it's the one with the guy that always hunts ghosts.
know. Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures?
Ghost Adventures,
Yeah.
not Ghost Whisperers.
No.
Okay.
She's a ghost hunter?
No, it's a show.
Oh,
We're off to a hot start.
great start.
Outside of her, we got Scooby-Doo fame.
Love
We have
that.
Sarah
I know.
Michelle
I know
Gellar.
that one.
Yeah, we
I
got
got
Sarah
you
Michelle
there.
Gellar, and we got Freddie Prinze Jr., who actually married each other as well.
Love that.
In 2002, so love that for them. But we also got Johnny Galecki, who's in this one.
Mm-hmm.
You do watch Big Bang Theory.
I do watch Big Bang
Big
Theory.
fans.
Not in there real long, but he's there.
No, he's there, though. Didn't expect him to be there. Didn't know he was in this.
Yeah?
This was both first-time watches for
Yep.
us, so definitely had some fun. But we'll start with the good. And so this is, kind of backtracking, I guess, written by Kevin Williamson, who wrote Scream.
Mm-hmm.
And this came out a year after Scream. So this is following a movie, a slasher, that saved the slasher genre.
Okay.
And I think this was a solid follow-up.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's on the same level as Scream,
No, of course not.
but it's a solid enough slasher. I had a good time with it.
Yeah.
I like the premise, and the premise has obviously been used afterwards, and it's also spoofed in Scary Movie along with Scream.
Right.
But another movie that kind of uses this premise, I guess, would be like a Sorority Row, where they dump the dead body down. I mean, those are more paranormal because it's
Yeah.
But this one, you've got these kids who have a great 4th of July, two couples, and they hit a man going home, and they think they knew who it was, and a year later they get the letter, I know what you did last summer, and it's them trying to figure out where this letter's from, and they figure out the guy that hit's not who they thought it was, and it's still alive. I haven't been, I some of the scenes I recognized because I have seen Scary Movies, so
Right.
the balcony scene when Barry meets his demise, I recognize that from Scary Movie. I recognize the "What are you waiting for?" from Scary Movie because Anna Faris does that in Scary Movie. And then I also recognized the locker room scene was very similar, but maybe I'm just not remembering Scary Movie. I don't remember, being spoiled on the ending of this movie and it being Ben Willis and not who they thought it was, and kind of the little twist it has. So I enjoyed all of that because it was, for me, an authentic watch in that sense. And even knowing the Scary Movie references didn't ruin the movie for me because I didn't realize those were I Know What You Did Last Summer references until we watched this movie.
Right.
So as they were happening, I'm like, oh, Barry's about to die, and I know how it's going to happen. But I didn't know that before going into the movie.
Right.
So it didn't kill it for me. Still had a really good time with one. Like I said, it's nothing to, groundbreaking, especially coming right after Scream, but it's
Right.
still definitely a good follow-up for a slasher film.
Yeah, my favorite part about any slasher in general is, spending the movie trying to figure out who the killer is. That's, my favorite thing. And I did not know this was your first time watch. And I don't remember his name, but you were like, he's the killer. And I was like,
Oh, I said Max.
oh, yeah, Max. I was like,
from,
what?
Johnny Galecki's character.
But I didn't know that you have never seen this before. So
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way he just spoiled that for me.
No.
But he does give
I was just doing a funny guess,
yes.
like first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. Not even, I don't think.
Yeah, it was
but
like
that's my
very
favorite thing about slashers, and obviously
the whodunit genre.
As a scream queen, I love a good slasher movie. So.
Yeah. This one is kind of hard to guess who the killer is. Just because they kind of don't pull Ben in until it's late, and then you're figuring out as they're figuring it out.
Yeah.
I kind of had a feeling that it wasn't who they thought it was, because when underwater the guy looked older than they were talking about. Like, they were talking about the age of Dan Egan, and it was something in his 20s, and I'm like, the guy that was underwater looked a lot older than somebody in their 20s. And so that's where I was tipped off to, I don't think it's Max, and I don't think it's Dan, but I don't know who it is.
Right.
Because they haven't introduced Ben Willis's character. So it was kind of a hard one to guess, because you don't know the character until, like I said, they're finding out. So that was fun in that way, because you're looking around this whole movie, at least I was, trying to find which older guy could it be. Because when you look at the guy, I kind of got, 40s.
Yeah.
And that's what we end up getting. But you're not really introduced to a character over 20 until you get him, other than parents, or the cop. But I never thought they were that. So I thought it was cool in that way, because you never really know who it is until they find out, which is interesting. I thought all the acting was good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. As
good as you're going to get for a slasher film. They got some bigger names. Prinz, Michelle Gellar, and Jennifer Love Hewitt, I thought all did a great job. Even some of the minor characters, Felipe, however you say his last name, I thought he was solid as Barry. I thought Johnny Galecki in his limited time was pretty fun. But had some cool kills. You got the fish hook.
Yeah, I don't know. With a slasher, it's usually, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it.
Did you have a favorite kill?
A favorite kill?
That was probably Max's, Johnny Galecki.
I think mine was
the hook under the chin.
I think mine was her sister Elsa, because he's like carrying
her with the hook.
Yeah,
that was also a really good one for sure.
But then I don't know if he just like threw her in the bathroom, but it made it look like she like hit her head and fell.
Yeah,
because her head was like leaning over on the toilet. But I don't know.
I need to know if the girl on the ice was Sarah Michelle Gellar or not, because I feel like I thought she was in the second movie.
Probably her sister, Elsa.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
They couldn't really tell.
They'll see, I guess, when we watch the second one.
That's right.
But, yeah, they're all pretty similar kills. It's the fish hook. I like that, all the lore around it. You had the lore building on the beach with the kids talking about the hook killer, and
even the boat, the boat wreck on the beach.
Yeah, they live in a fisher town, like a port. I think it's, what is it? Is it called Northport?
I don't know. I didn't get it.
But
I didn't get the.
Yeah, they live in a very port fisher heavy town, and even when she comes back from college, her first meal is fish. Mom's like, I couldn't get this fish because it was a bad season for it.
Yeah.
So like everything around this movie is revolving around that they live on the water.
Yeah.
And so then the killer being this guy in his fishing hat and fishing jacket and fishing boots with a fishing hook. Like, I don't know, I liked all the lore around it. I thought it was a fun one.
Yeah. It kind of gave me Outer Banks vibes.
Okay. When
you see Barry's house.
Yeah.
Because some of their houses and the Outer Banks are kind of big like that, and like set like I don't know, but I was like, ooh, this is giving kind of like the Outer Banks, like the friend group,
Yeah, I like the set design. I think like the locker room scene, the pageant scenes, the little small town like parade scenes are great.
Yeah, even the boat.
But I was gonna say like the docks and the boats and all of that area is pretty cool, and I love the store that is owned by the family, and that's where we get Elsie's kill and a great chase. Is it Elsa? Elsa's kill, and we get a great chase scene through that as well. Yeah, definitely no complaints when it comes to the set design. I enjoyed the music for the most part too. I thought it was, it's at moments pretty basic, but it's still eerie. It carries the tone of the movie along pretty well.
Especially when they're like in that chasing scenes.
And there's some commercialized one that's just fun, 90s music. You can definitely tell it's from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Just good vibe music that
sure.
you have to throw into a 90s slasher for sure. Anything else in the good for you?
I don't think so. I think we hit it all. One thing I did want to mention, not really in the good, Matt, or the bad, but I knew when it was released in 97, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird how, like, fashion trends have come back around.
Yeah.
Because all of the clothes that they're wearing are, like, things you see people wearing now in 2025, which is always kind of
retro's coming back.
It is for sure.
I mean, we're having a retro wedding. So.
We are.
But we can hop over to the meh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put the what are you waiting for scene in the meh.
Just for the cheese factor?
Just because it was hard not to laugh having seen Scary Movie.
Okay.
Because in Scary Movie, Anna Faris... You've seen Scary Movie, right?
No.
Oh, Anna Faris says it. But she says it like 10 times while she's spinning in a circle.
I feel like maybe I've seen that scene.
Yeah.
Maybe bits and pieces of the movie,
And
but
so
I'm
when
not
she did it, I was like, oh, that's where this was from. And maybe in 97 when this first came out, I don't know, maybe that scene hit harder. But to me, it's cheesy factor now, yeah. Other things in the meh, I think the whole, like, boat showdown is pretty cool. But the way the rope just kind of, like, he cuts his hand off and just whips him around and then tosses him in the water so conveniently. I don't know if I buy the, like, realism of that.
Yeah, well, his hand would probably definitely get caught off.
The hand thing I can buy.
Yeah.
But then the ropes just start going haywire to where he's perfectly just plopped into the water. You know what I mean? I feel like it would just drop him back down on the boat.
Yeah, probably so. But I didn't think about that.
I don't know, it just seemed like very mousetrappy.
Yeah,
like all of these things had to go this way.
Yeah.
And he lands in the
water.
water.
Think about, like, how gravity works, that rope, especially with no knot on the end, or or even if there was more slack, maybe it would have swung. But you think, although it was just, oh no, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that you think about it, that does make sense. Oof.
I'd maybe put some of the dialogue in the meh. I feel like Scream is a very, very well-written movie. And I feel like this movie has a pretty cool concept. But I just feel like some of the conversations we get between characters just... at times they don't feel finished, or they don't feel like they'd be real conversations. I don't know. It just... Maybe it's the time, too.
Yes.
But I don't know. I just feel like Scream was better written from the standpoint of looking at Williamson's movies. I still think this was a decently written movie. Mm-hmm. But some of the dialogue I just found like...
Yeah. I agree. I cannot pick it out like an exact... But I think I did feel that a few times. And just like the way that Barry was treating... What was her name? Julie is her name, yes. Like threw her against the car and was like, say it. Like, no one's friends would let that happen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. At least I hope not.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't really have like too many complaints. Like I said, I
me neither.
For the most part, enjoyed this movie.
Me too. I really enjoyed it. I was happy. I seen the... I've never seen any of, like, the trailers or maybe bits and pieces, like reels or whatever online. But when I seen the trailer for the new one, I was like, ooh, I really want to see that.
Yeah.
And I knew these existed, but I was excited to watch them all.
All I knew was the cast, a hooked fisherman killer, and that they killed somebody and disposed of the body. I didn't know if after that... Yeah. Well, I didn't know, like... anything past basically the first 15 minutes then, because I didn't know if it was like a possession type of situation or if it was they didn't kill the person.
Got you.
I didn't know any of that. So I went into this one pretty blind. I mean, just knowing the cast and the first 10 minutes basically. I had a good time. Me
too. I'm excited to watch the rest.
Yeah.
And the new one.
So we can hop over to our... Do you have anything in the bad? I don't have anything in the bad. I don't think so. Okay. So we're going to hop into our final thoughts and ratings. What do you leave off with? I know what you did last summer. What do you give it out of 10?
A great first watch, for sure. Another one where I would probably do like a triple feature and do like Scream, this one, and Scary Movie. Just like, I know I've seen bits and pieces of Scary Movie, but not enough for it to spoil it, kind of like how it did for you. Not like spoil it, but you kind of knew what was coming next. Mm-hmm. So I think I've probably only seen like the living room scene, which is I think like the first scene in Scary Movie. But I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm gonna. I mean, we didn't have anything bad, so that seems pretty good. So I'm gonna throw it at an 8.5.
Okay. For me, I'm gonna go solid 7 out of 10. I think it's just a solid slasher film. I don't put it up with the greats by any means. But I had a good enough time with this where I think it's a good movie. It's definitely something I'd potentially revisit. And I had a good first watch.
Me too.
So, interested to see where we go next with I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. We are going to skip I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer because it's not.
Doesn't have anything.
It's not canon. It's its own thing.
Okay.
It doesn't have the same characters, so to watch the new one, you only have to have the first one and the second one.
Okay, word.
And I've heard that it's a slop of garbage, so
Great.
we're gonna skip that one for now. Maybe revisit it down the road, but since it has nothing continuity wise, we're just gonna roll with the first two. So, yeah.
Sounds good.
That'll do it for I Know What You Did Last Summer, 1997. Rosie, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. If you like what you're watching, check out some other videos. Hit the subscribe button or follow the social links down below. Like I said, stick around. We've got I Still Know What You Did Last Summer coming, followed by the new 2025 release of I Know What You Did Last Summer. So make sure you stick around. Let us know what you think of the movies, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.
Peace and love.